Okay, so let's talk about Only the Good Survive. This is a film we got the chance to see at South by Southwest. We do want to talk about this one because it was very different, very interesting, and I have seen some mixed stuff here and there from it, but let's go ahead and get into it. Before we do, however, I want to ask you to go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell. We are on the road to 30,000 subscribers, less than 3,000 to go, so super excited to get to that, and we were doing some giveaways as well, more of that at the end. But let's talk about Only the Good Survive, which is a film that I think is going to be one you either love or you hate, nowhere in the middle. So this film basically deals with some friends who are out to get these coins from these farmers, and the reason they're doing this is because they need the money. Now what happens next is that they find out that there is this cult behind a lot of things, and they pretty much run into them, and now they are on the run from the cult as well. That's all I'll say. No spoilers for you right here. But I think that this film very much so shines bright with how very wacky and bizarre it is. And some people I saw found that not to be their cup of tea. For me, I liked it. I liked the way that it was sort of like one thing at the beginning. I expected it to be this sort of like serious crime, like true crime thriller of a sorts where they're trying to find out who done a thing. Like that's exactly how it feels. No, at the halfway point, this film turns into something completely different, something off the rails, and I was just like, yeah, that's exactly what I needed to happen right there, because it felt like it was going and going, and then once it got going, it went completely off the rails, which was my favorite part of it all. And so I think that that is definitely that part that can lose some people. And I would not blame them one bit, because when this movie jumps the ship, it really jumps the ship. And it is completely different. Very much so a tonal shift for sure that can lose some people for sure. But I really enjoyed that aspect of it. The actors here, I think, are great as well. They play their parts very well. They all very much so are believable in what they need to do. Dutch Southern here is the director, and he gets some amazing camera work as well. And there's also a lot of animation, sort of like interlaced and layered within the story. And I think that really made it that much more different and sort of had this very pop feel to it, almost like a pop-up book, if you will, where there's like the story being told, and then you turn the page and big beautiful design comes out of the book. Like that's how exactly the movie felt, like a pop-up book, because there were moments in this when things just got really bizarre, and out of nowhere they just immediately turned into like this beautiful animation. So that was something I enjoyed about the film, is the style that it had. I will say that the story can feel a little weak, especially in the third act. I really enjoyed the first and second act, but the third act, I felt like we were trying to sort of rush to have a conclusive ending, and there was a lot of moments that they had to fill in certain plot holes in there, and you can really tell that it got very, very confusing fast, especially watching it again. You just like, I didn't quite catch all that, so there were times where I rewinded to sort of be like, oh, okay, now I understand. But overall, as a film, as a whole, I enjoyed the experience, because it definitely is that an experience. At South by Southwest, I put it at number 5 on my list of top 5 favorites of South by Southwest, just because of the wackiness and bizarreness that this film had. But like I said, that third act does sort of lose you. I can see the tonal shift as well being a thing that does kind of like break or make the movie for you. So that's why we definitely give Only the Good Survive a 3.5 out of 5. We really enjoy the actors here. We did enjoy the sort of risks that are taken, and also the beautiful animation and style that is interlaced that makes the film that different from anything we watched all throughout the festival. So Only the Good Survive. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on it if you've watched it or if you haven't in the comments down below. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. We are on the road to 30,000 subscribers, less than 3,000 to go. Super excited for that. We got a ton of things coming. Like I said, we have a giveaway coming at 27,500 subscribers, one at 28,000, and then one at 30,000. So make sure you're subscribed for all that. Follow us on all of our social medias, as well as our website, www.culturalelixir.com. And I'll see all of you next time. Stay safe, stay positive.